What I want to let you know is that this call is going to be recorded, and obviously, if you consent to being recorded, you can stay on the call. If not, please just feel free to drop off and watch the recording after the call, and you can watch it on the YouTube channel. The link is posted right here, or within the meetup group, and that you can see beneath. Let me just give you a small hint of their upcoming events. On the June 29th, at 5:30, Andre Lapine is going to give you an introduction of the 7 worst Power BI dashboard mistakes and how to avoid them. The 1st of July, the same time, 5:30, Wolfgang Strasser is giving a session about the Azure synonyms for Power BI developers. And in later in July, we will have James Dales and Nikola Ilic giving you an update on the topics that we'll be updating, and we'll let you know on in the meetup group itself. For today, Ahmed Adly, our colleague from Avanade, is going to give you a session about how you can enhance your business with the Power Platform AI Builder. And at this point, I'm happy to hand it over to you, Ahmed, and thanks a lot. And yeah, looking forward to what you're going to tell us there.
Thanks, Christian, for the intro. I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know when you can see it, hopefully, and you can hear me well. It's clear for you, Christian? Can you see it?
I can't see your screen yet.
Okay.
Yeah, now I can see it.
I think there is somehow a slow performance, but anyway, hope you can hear me well. Please interrupt me if you feel that my voice is interrupted or you cannot hear me well. Hello, everyone. This is Ahmed Adly. And today we are going to speak about a very interesting topic on how to enhance your business and gain productivity using Power Platform AI Builder. Quick intro about myself. My name is Ahmed Adly, Development Manager at Avanade. My area of productivity or area of expertise is Microsoft 365, Microsoft Power Platform, Azure.NET, PowerShell, and some others. My area of interests in my free time, I love to play chess, Lego, with my daughters, digital painting. I love also to visit ancient sites and the museum. Cool. For today's agenda, we'll see what exactly is Power Platform AI Builder. How does it work? We'll look into some demos, some use cases. We will build some things, some stuff from scratch. Also, we'll have a look on governance and licensing. crucial topic, and we'll have some time for Q&A. Great. Okay, I think everyone is pretty familiar with this slide, very well-known slide, the Power Platform services. Includes Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Virtual Agent. However, this is not our scope for today. Around 18 months ago, or a little bit more, Microsoft introduced what is called AI Builder, a capability that provides a set of AI models designed and optimized to add productivity to your business, allow the end and citizen users to do this. So no more for technical developers or strongly technical people, but also for citizen users or citizen developer. I'm pretty sure AI is not a new topic for anyone in this call. Everyone deal with it in a way or another, but let's see how it was introduced in Power Platform. There are some of features provided in Power Platform, like if you want to categorize, make a classification for certain categories, so categorize by text or by meaning, this is available. Like if you want to have set of products by name and classify it. So program that you will build starts to interact and classify them. Or if you want to do, for example, entity extraction, like extract your name, birth date from a passport or from a driving license with a mobile app. We have also formal processing, which is very useful. So you have a form filled by a certain user and you want to process it. Think about things like autocorrection for paper like MCQ exam, or invoices that you want to extract some information of it. Also object detection and counting, like when a certain worker in a supermarket want to count Pepsi cans on the shelf. So all these things come together and Microsoft put it in what's called AI Builder. AI Builder stands on top of Azure AI. Although Microsoft hasn't provided much information on the architecture of it, but actually there is a lot of capabilities already trained by Microsoft, so you don't have to provide much effort in this area. You can use a pre-built modules, or you can, if you want, to train it by yourself and use it with your business apps and your Dynamics 365, your Power Apps, your Microsoft Dataverse, with your SharePoint. And this is why it's strong, because it's part of Microsoft ecosystem. You can mainly achieve this by 5 easy concrete steps: choose, connect, tailor, train, and use. So choose your AI model. There are a set of predefined AI models. We're going to explore them in a few minutes. Connect with your data, import your picture, import your Excel files, import your information, import whatever you have. Give the model the information it needs to be able to work. Now, do your adjustments, do your tailoring, adjust it, fine-tune it, customize it to fit exactly your needs. Now you have a model ready, time to train it. And Microsoft provide a set of backend services that minimize the work from your shoulders. After all these 4 steps, now time to use it. You can import your module with Power Automate or Power Apps to your mobile and start use it. Great. Now let's have AI Builder in action. Get started with powerplatform.com. So I'm going to take this URL and open my browser and paste it. So I love also to always to start from this part. I'm going to Power Apps, and you have here some intro about Power Apps and so on. Then I need to log in directly to powerapps.com. Sign in. Now I'm signed in with my account, with my test account, to my tenant. You have here the well-known Power Apps portal. You can have here some video. You can have your apps here and your dataverse. I assume you have already some knowledge about that. But what's I'm keen to know is the AI Builder. So I'm going to AI Builder and click Build to see what we have here. So once you try it, you have here a set of already made modules, category classification, and there is some information about it, entity extraction, what exactly it's doing, form processing, object detection, prediction. So this already made components, and this already predefined components by Microsoft that you can directly go and use it. Let's start by something that is relatively simple. So I'm going with text recognition. It's telling you, hey, this automatically processes text from your image, and there is also a best practices. So what exactly you should do, what exactly you shouldn't do. For example, use one column for text, use good quality images, avoid blurring image, and so on. So this is useful information. I'm going to use it in an app. So I'm click use an app. Skip. I want it totally blank. I want to create it by myself. So here it creates text recognition. If you don't want to use that one, you still can do it from Insert AI Builder, and you have here set of components that you can add. And this is the one that you have used. Notice that it is premium, but we are going to discuss that later. So here is my component. I want to start to use it. I'm going to insert some label here. And I'm going to, set, okay, text recognition, recognizer one dot, let's say selected dot text. So whatever I'm going to select will appear here. Let's give it some different color so it is appearing. Okay, now I'm going to run it. So very simple. And it's telling me, hey, import a new image. So I'm going to open that. And I have here some data. So I'm going to import this advertisement. So it's telling, hey, once you click on something, it starts to recognize what did you click. So by our product, we are on billboard. Even if you have something more advanced, like this BMW advertisement, you can read the data and parse it and start to deal with it. Notice that I haven't done anything in that. So this module is trained by Microsoft. I didn't do any kind of effort. I just build it. Cool. So this is a quick example to start and show you how it works. Let's have another one. So I'm going to delete all these items, and I'm going to insert a new AI builder with a business card reader this time. Got it. And let's put a label. And let's put also a text box. Actually, both are labels. And I'm going to say that right, full name. This text, make it give it another color so it's clear. I'm going to remove it. Okay, and now let's put other information. So I'm going to put other data here. Let's put here, for example, email. Put mobile. Let's put one more, like company. Oh, it's run out of space. Okay. So we can see here what is business card is offering. So we assume, of course, that business card will read a business card and extract some information. So we already have some idea what business cards consist of. So business card reader dot. We have here set of properties, and you can pick whatever you want to pull. So I'm going here to pull the full name. Put the email. I'm going to set this dot email. Business card reader dot mobile phone. And here we have dot company. Cool. Now, so these are the properties that you can extract, even more, of course, but let's give it a test. So I'm going to scan a business card. I'm going to go here to my business cards. I have here some business cards. Notice that I have here one. That's really not very beautiful. A little bit dark and not at the best case. But let's see if it will work with it or not. So I'm going to import it. So it pulled the information correctly: full name, email, mobile, company, and even you can add, of course, some more. Let's challenge it with something that is a bit far. So this is a bit far. Let's see. And notice that it takes more time. And also full name, email, mobile, company, all was correctly extracted. Yeah, so that, as you can see, this and now imagine what we can do with this. You can like put all of these business cards. You can have, like, if you have bulk of business cards, you can capture it with a camera, and then you can throw it on a SharePoint list as pictures, and it start to parse it, and Flop start to parse it and put it in fill a list. So you convert it from picture to data that you can deal with it, export to Excel, make your analytics, or build your repository. Great. Okay, so that's good. Now let's discover something different. Something really interesting. So we can have a look about form processing. Let's close that one. Form processing. So read and save information from standard document. Imagine that you have a certain bill or invoice with similar types. This happened a lot for companies that, for example, a company have a set of people that is going to travel and need to send the invoices of their hotel. And now you can take a copy of this invoice, and there should be some kind of system to read it. So instead of like you add the number by yourself, we need to automate that. So this is the form processing. Also, when you click get started, this is what is great about Power Platform. It gives you some hints what do you need to do and gives you some examples. how it should look like, or where can I use that, and also some best practices, what I should do, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to name my field invoice. AI reader. And notice that it's telling you have to upload 5+ documents, so either 5 or more with the same layout. I'm going to click create. And choose information to extract. So I'm going to here to add, let's assume that I have set of invoices. Like this. Invoice number, company, some tables, totaled, due, and so on. And oops, it's not what I want. I'm going to add. So I need to extract some information. I will make it simple for now. Oops, I think I field. I'll make invoice number. I'm going to also pull customer. What else do I need to pull? I can also pull total. This is 3 things that of course you can add whatever you want, but I will work on those 3 for now. Next, it's telling you, hey, build in your new collection. So I'm going to build my collection. It's telling me you add 5 documents or more with the same layout, and these are the 3 versions. Currently, it is supported by those 3 versions. So I'm going to add document. You can point to SharePoint or upload from local storage. For simplicity, I will upload from my local storage now, invoices, and I'm going to upload these. It's uploaded, then I'm going to click close. And now Microsoft will start to analyze it. Just a thing, upload directly is easier, but of course on the long term, it will consume a lot of data. So it's better also always to point to other external like SharePoint or SQL or something else, Azure Blob Storage. Sorry, Azure Blob Storage, because SQL is still not supported. So analyzing it, Microsoft now start to analyze the document and to understand its shape and figure out numbers and texts. While you are working, you have always quick tips here to improve the performance, how to improve the performance, adding up to 20 example. This is a good idea. What's collection and how can you improve it? So this could help. Now it's loading fields. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select some of those and map it. So here I'm going to select this invoice. Notice that it's already feeling just when I hover it, it's feel that there's something here. So I'm going to pick, this is my invoice number. This is, I need to select both actually. So I will select it, and this is a customer. And at the end, this is the total. So now this document is completed. Move to the next. We recognize some fields automatically tagged for. So as you can see from the first document, because it is, the papers are very organized and very similar. It's already detected the invoice number and the total, so I don't need to detect it again. So I'm going to detect the customer, and also here. And this is 3, 4, And this is the last one. Of course, the more the better. But I'm done now with my forms. Click next. Now, so train means Microsoft will train it, not us. You already give him everything, and it takes some time to finish. So this is my model. It's currently training. Let's give it 1 minute, or if not, I have already a previously trained model that we can use. Just a second. Okay, so I think we can. So these are identical actually. So I will leave that now to keep training. It may take some time, and I will use that one. It is almost the same. When you click on it, it's telling you, hey, this is your module. This is your model. You can quick test. You can use it, but I'm going first to quick test it. So to ensure that it's working as expected. So I'm going to upload a document from. So what I call this is another test, another document. So when I click on it, this different document. Let's see. So as you can see, it already recognized the items. Pretty good, pretty easy. Now let's challenge it. Challenge the model a bit. So I'm going to start over and upload from my device. I'm going to take a copy from that and play with it a bit, make it dirty. So let's rotate it like 2 or something. It's appearing, and I'm going to make it cropped, like typical dirty copy. And save it. Let's see if this works or not. I'm going to close it. I'm going to select it and see. Okay, it works also. So really, this module, and with confidence scored 99%, this 99% also, and 99%. This part is really very well and very. I like it very much, and this can have a lot of use cases currently on the business and in the companies. Okay, close. Then we're good. Now, how we can use such a thing if I have like 200 forms and the people are sending their forms by email or by something, we need to build something that can make use of these data. So I'm going to go to my SharePoint. So it's telling here, hey, you can use this model in Power Apps and Power Automate. So I'm going to go to my SharePoint. I'm going to space. I have here built two lists, two library and list. Library here, we are going to send or upload certain documents or the invoices documents here, and I need to build something that parses this information and just add it here to be clear and crisp. To do this, I need to build a flow or a Power Automate. So I'm going to Power Automate. I have here certain Power Automate. As you can see, it is very, very simple. So it's just when a file is created on that, it calls the process and server information. This is the AI module. And when it's called, it's telling, hey, create the item, invoice number, value, and total value. So this is how it should work. So nothing, no rocket science, very easy. Only this component is, we call it, and that's it. Now, let's put it. Let's have these documents, actually, all these documents, bulk. And I'm going to drag it to the files. And you have here all the documents. Now, what I expect is that in a way or another, it should be parsed here with the flow. Now, triggered 5 instances. I think one is missing. Yeah, now it starts to pull the data and push the data to the space or the list, invoices space list. And I have here all the items, clean, consistent, that I can export it to Excel. I can do my analytics. So this is really very powerful feature. That's the greatness of integrating AI Builder with all the Power Platform components. You can really do a lot of things with it. Great. We can have also, I mean, if you have a certain question about this area, feel free, or we have already a Q&A time slot at the end. Now we can have another, let's have a look on some other items or models. Notice that some of them have a preview word. This means it's in preview, simply. Okay, I'm going to work with object detection. This time we'll explore it. I'm calling it green T AI detector. This time it is a bit complex. It's telling you here you need to upload 15 image per object. Also, these best practices can help you to go through it. So once you upload it, you should have something like this. Like if you need to count certain machines or count retails on retail shelves, the components. So all of these are really useful in that, or books, brand logos. So this is the idea of the object detection. It detects your object. I'm going to click next. And now it's telling you, hey, add your new object. So I have here a set of pictures, green tea. And I want to separate the texture between green tea rose, green tea mint, and green tea cinnamon. So these are 3 objects I'm going to create. Mint, rose, and cinnamon, sorry. Okay. Add example. This takes some time, so I'm going not to upload everything. I'm going just to upload few. So let's pick this. Let's pick and upload your images. Now close it. Next. Okay, so this is my items. I need also to make this mapping. So I'm clicking on every item and I map it. So this time you have to select it like this. Be sure to select it tightly to the borders of the component. So like don't make it like this. No, make it like this. And this one is rose. This one is cinnamon. This one is mint. Now it starts to count. So what is exactly the when I mark it? It's stores its color, its names, size. So all of these are stored, and the module or the AI module will be able later to distinguish. Okay, I think we are fine. Don't need to notice that if you click done tagging, you cannot train the model. So I will say, okay, done tagging. You cannot click next. Why? Because you haven't achieved the requirements. Requirements means 15 images or 15 tag for each item. So you cannot move next until you really train it. But since this will take some time, so I have already a trained model. Let's go back to it, but that's fine that you already get the idea. So I'm going back to the Power Apps Builder. I'm getting to my models. So I have here something named green tea model. This is something I'm click on it. Notice something. This score looks unrealistically high. Why it says this? Because since you are doing like training for it, this picture looks very great and so on. This is not the real case scenario. So in real case scenario, you might find it like 95, 96, because you take a picture on not the best mode. The light is not the best. So all of this is reflecting on the performance of your model. I'm going to do a quick test. And I'm going to go to the test. Let's see how this works. Okay, it's telling you mint with 93%, so and 89% rose and 93% cinnamon. Sometimes when the camera brings those like in dark light or something, when those are very close, the AI will be unable to distinguish between them. So this could happen. Maybe you have another one. Yeah, rose, cinnamon, and mint. Okay, so this is another example where you can use AI Builder with. Another one I have built already some time ago named cups. So this is I bring some cups from my kitchen, and sometimes you can have. I mean, if you have a store like big supermarket that have some stores, and I take picture of these cups on my kitchen on the wall. So there are some big cups and small cups, although they are very very close to each others. But also what I did with it, I also built a module and train it, and then I put it on the. You can have a look into it. I deployed on my iPad. So with a Power App, cup counter, and then you directly point to the camera, to the cups. take photo and tell him, hey, use this photo. And I used a counter here to count these. So I'm counting the small cups, I'm counting the big cups. And now you can later, of course, put a button, something like request, send a notification to the supply chain or to the purchasing or whatever to bring more items to your supermarket because there is missing of certain product. So this is some ideas how it can be used. Okay, I hope this example gives you an idea about AI Builder. What else we can do with it? The thing is, what I really like about building this over Power App and using it via mobile, and that is really simple. A lot of simplicity. I used before to build an app on App Store, and it's really very long and complex process, not about the development itself, but to have the app published on the App Store. If you want to test something, even for testing, it's very long, and you need to have certain approval from Apple, and either on App Store or Google Play. But yeah, Power Apps process is much easier, although it's still used in enterprise, not like to the globe, but much easier if you want to build and use something. Where else it can be used? So those are some examples, some ideas. We can think about use cases, like in supermarket, who manage the goods and stuff can be used also to identify shortage on shelves, initiate supply requests, as we have seen, categorize and count items, can be used to information extraction, license check, identity check, scan business cards, validation for the certificate for Corona certificates or your certain other certificates, transportation tickets, train tickets, to verify if it's not expired or invalid and so on. Can be checked on. So you can also integrate it not only with the mobile, but also with cameras to identify empty slots and parking, draw figures, make analytics. So all of this comes together in the Power Platform with the help of Power AI Builder. Moving to the governance, I think this is interesting. I think to the companies. Let's see what Microsoft offers in this crucial area. Although I see it is still not much, but AI Builder is already a part of your environment. So when you build a Power Platform environment, AI Builder is already part of it. And whatever happened to your environment happened to the AI Builder. So like if you delete your environment, no AI Builder. If you take a backup, then you take backup of AI Builder. So if you want to backup and restore it, then you need to backup and restore the whole environment. Also, enable and disable preview feature from the admin center. So this a few things that you can do. Let's have a look on it. Also, like I'm going to admin. And for example, if you want to backup and restore, this is already part of it. If you want to enable it, I'm going to settings, products, features, and then you have here AI Builder, either enable or disable. For others, I would prefer to open directly Microsoft, because this URL here. So we have here for administration and security, you have four sections. We've already covered the AI Builder administration, but for example, for the consumption report, you can view the consumption report and manage capacity add-ons. Actually, because AI builders come on top as a capacity add-on. So you need to keep a look on the reports and how to use it, your capacity. We are going to come to that also in details in a second while checking your license and how to calculate the cost of your license. Security, it's exactly managed as if it is a part of Dataverse. So in the same concept. It relies on the environment security of Dynamics 365 and Dataverse security rules. So scenarios such as object detection and category classification prediction need to have read access to Dataverse table, and this is how to manage the security. For availability, feature availability, it is still not all components are available on all areas. But for example, if you need formal processing, this is globally available, generally available on all sections, but object detection, or you can find some other still in preview for the pre-built module. For as example, this is still preview. And this page, you will, of course, frequently updated with what is available, the availability of the different modules. Great. Okay, back to the slide. License, as we have mentioned, AI Builder is licensed as a capacity add-on. Means you pay per capacity, and this need to be allocated by your environment administrator. The only way to estimate the capacity is using this calculator. So let's quickly have a look into this calculator. Okay, so it's giving you here the modules, the AI models, and then you can set some numbers, and you have here the calculation. So let's say I'm going to scan 100 business cards every month, and if I calculate it, it gives you 500 monthly fee. Notice that if I increase it like 200, so this is the quote actually, this is not for the 100 business. If I increase it to 200, the number is still 500 monthly, because when you buy a capacity, this all is included. But for example, if we need formal processing, like larger number, going to like pay 50,000 per month, then it jumps to 13,000 monthly fee. So this is the way that you need if you have estimation for your usage for AI Builder. This is how you can calculate it. These are some. Of course, you can use the AI Builder trial license for 30 days, and you can extend it. This is very nice if you want to explore it. These are some reference, sorry, for the AI Builder documentation, administration, security, and yeah, you can use it. And that's it from my side. Maybe if you have any question, please feel free to raise it.
Yeah, thank you, Ahmed. It was a really interesting session. I have a question actually about the extendability about using other AI models out of Microsoft or Azure. For example, if I have my own model deployed and trained in TensorFlow or PyTorch, do you have some back-end API to extend using the AI Builder outside Azure, or this is not possible?
For today, it's not possible. If you want to make a scalable module and like do a lot of customization, do a lot of enhancements, then and there is a complexity, certain level of complexity, then probably AI Builder will not be the best platform for you. Then Azure AI could come here.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
But yeah, because I know this question is very good, because it always comes to question, when should I use AI Builder? When should I use Azure AI? Both are built, so AI Builder is built over Azure AI. But yeah, if we talk about complexity, level of customization and configuration cost, then this will help you to decide.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Anything else from anyone? Okay, in this case, I really would like to thank you very much for your time, and back to you, Christian.
Yes, thank you.